Hello and salut everybody. Welcome back to Chatting with Nicole. If you're new, welcome. Subscribe to the channel, share this video, like, and also check out the rest of my videos. Thank you very much for being here. So this is continuation, as you can see, continuation of last week. Video about what is your recommendation for me. So I talk about what you guys recommended, my topics that you guys recommended, and I told you, I promised you I was going to come back today and talk to you about what I think, how I feel or what I think about relationships or marriage. So I am here to tell you that as promised. So I know. Again, disclaimer, yes, I am not married as of yet, but I do have a lot of married friends, and I have married family members, a lot of married family members and single actually. So I have experience with relationships. I have been in many relationships, many long-term relationships, but I just feel like talking to married people, if you haven't checked that video, actually, by the way, I want you to check that video from last Friday. Please check last week's video before you check this out. I want you to do that for me, okay? Even if you check this out, I want you to go back and listen to that. So I don't want you to turn me off right now. Continue listening. So after you're done, I need you to check last week's video. You see I'm wearing the same thing. It's just continuation of that one. So I want you to check that out and let me know of your thoughts. So basically, what I think about relationships is I feel and I think, because a lot of issues that I hear, that I see, that I am always discussing, it all starts with how do we start our relationship? You know, the expectation and what we expect, expectations that we have when we are entering a relationship. I think everything has to do with how we come into the relationship, the expectation that we bring with us into the relationship. I think everything has to do with that. What I mean is, when we come into a relationship, into a marriage, we are always thinking about, what would that person do for me? What is that person is going to help me with? What am I going to get with that from that person? Is that person going to make me happy? What is that person, the other person is going to do for me? You know, when it says, what can Brown do for you? I just thought about right now. But, you know, in a serious note, we are always thinking about what the other person is going to do for us. If that person is going to make us happy, if that person is going to take care of us, if that person is going to do this, is going to be this person for us. And I think that's the wrong way to enter into a relationship. That's the wrong way to enter into a marriage. I think that's where the problem starts. The problem starts from there. And you know, I talk about how the wrong way to start a relationship is to, you know, get along and have a big wedding and then cry later on your honeymoon and start fighting already about how you're going to pay your bills, right? We talk about that. But besides from that, I think the what starts everything in a marriage is how we are entering the relationship, the expectations that we have. So that's what I feel. That's what I think. That's my belief. So instead of my advice, single advice, based on what I know, based on what I've seen, based off the experience with other people who are married and my own relationship that I've been in, my recommendation and for me is, and when you enter into a marriage, into a relationship, instead of thinking about what would that person do for me, what am I going to get from that person, I want you to change that. I want you to look in the mirror and think about, what can I do to help that person? What am I bringing to that relationship? What can I do to make that person happy? What am I bringing into that relationship? We're talking about what can I bring to that relationship? What am I bringing into that relationship? What can I do to make that person's life easier? What can I do to make that person happy? What can not what can he or she do for me? What can I do for him? I promise you, I know, yes, I am not married, I get it. But I promise you, if you enter in a relationship and you, instead of thinking about what can he do for me, you thinking about what can I do for that person, you are both thinking about that, I promise you, you will be happy. I promise you, you'll find a way. I promise you, things will be different. Because you are worrying about what can you do to make them happy, and he's worrying about what can he do, what can he bring to the relationship to make things easier for you. When you are all thinking like that, imagine, just think about it for a second. When you are all thinking about it, then you won't be blaming him that, you didn't make me happy, you didn't do this, you're not what I expected. No, because you are thinking, you are worrying about how can you make that person day, how can you make his day brighter? So you don't have time to blame him, to complain, to call him names, to complain about him not making you happy. Are you getting me? And he doesn't have time to be complaining about you not making him happy, because he's trying to make you see what he can do to make you happy. I don't have to say much, but this is my free advice for you. Effective, very, very effective, very, very good one, if I may say so myself. And if you know any psychologist, if you know any counselor, marriage, talk to them and say, Nicole, this lady who is not a professional, who is single, this is her advice. And have them tell you what they think about this. Talk to your mother. Then talk to your grandmother. Talk to somebody you love and say, share this video, like, this is what this girl is talking about. What do you think? Better yet, I want you to practice this. I want you to change your mindset. I want you to change your expectation and see how you feel, how your relationship how your relationship is going to be like when you do that. So that is my recommendation. That is my thoughts. That is the thought that I wanted to share with you about relationship, about marriage. So I want you, whether you like it or not, whether you got anything out of this or not, I want you to share it anyway. Do me a favor, do a sister a favor. Just share it anyway. No matter how you feel about this video, I want you to share it anyway. Talk about me anyway. Talk about somebody anyway. Share it with somebody. Tell this to somebody anyway. If you have a counselor, I want you to take this video to your counselor. If you have a marriage, if you're going through a marriage counselor or whatever it is, psychologist, I want you to share this video with them. Anybody you talk to, anybody you go to, I want you to share this video with them. All right? So that's what I want us to talk about today. That's my thought. That's how I feel. And I hope it helps you in any way. If not, again, I still want you to share it. So subscribe if you still have not subscribed. That's another thing I want you to do. And also check out the rest of my videos. I check out the rest of the videos and check out last week's video. Check that out right now, because I need your thought. I need to know how you feel and what you think about it. So stay safe and blessed, and I will see you when you see me.